Here we go, yo. That's what I'm talking about. Dude. Lately, the last couple days, man, stuff's been working. It's been working the way it's supposed to be working. Maybe I'm just getting better. Maybe it's always been that way. I just am not as technologically inclined as maybe I should be. And so maybe the whole problem's been me this whole time. That's what people have been telling me anyway. But I don't like to accept that. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to just accept that. It's got to be the technology's fault. It can't be, the computer cannot be smarter than me, right? Yeah, right.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? See, there's no excuse for you not pushing yourself to the next level. In order for you to create a new you must have a new mindset. When teams come together, we can create things that are greater than the sum of all of their parts.
Good morning and welcome to Hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to seven, and the creator of what is going to be the #1 most watched morning show in the world. It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? Oh my goodness, today is Tuesday. That's right, today is Tuesday, November 3rd, 2020. And what's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be Tuesday, November 3rd, 2020. So I want to make sure we make the absolute most of this absolutely incredible day. Fair enough? Fair enough? Oh my goodness, dude. It's election day. That's right. A historic day is ahead of us. Undoubtedly, a day that will go down in history, that will be remembered forever and ever and ever, as Americans across the country are going to go vote just like they have for the last 232 years. So I got a question for you right out the gate this morning. Who are you? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I am not even starting that whole deal first thing in the morning on Hashtag Rise and Grind. No, my question for you is, have you voted? That's what I would like to know this morning. Have you already voted? If you have already voted, just go ahead and hit the like button. That way I can see, okay, you've already voted, you've already done it. If you haven't voted yet, but maybe you're planning on voting later, go ahead and hit the love button. We can do that, and then I can get an idea who's voted, who's haven't voted. I don't want to know who you voted for. I'm not interested in any of that, just so you know. But I'd like to know if you already voted this morning or if you plan on doing so later. But here we are, Election Day, man. Historic day for our country, one that will be remembered forever and ever and ever and ever. My wife and I, we actually went out and voted last week. That's right. We took baby number 8 with us and we went out there and voted. We actually used it as an excuse to have a date. You see, her and I very rarely have an opportunity to go somewhere without any kids, which I guess technically we brought one child with us to the voting booth, but we just used it as a date, man. It was like, you know, hey, we got to go vote, y'all, like, because somebody's going to have to take these kids, you know, so that we can get out there. And so we went out and it was really nice to spend some time, you know, alone and do the thing. And there's just something powerful about having the right to vote and going out to vote. And there's, you know, being aligned, my wife and I being aligned and getting to spend that time together was just off. It was just awesome, you know. And then last night, of course, we had a discussion with the kids. The kids wanted to know the difference between capitalism and socialism and all those different things and different things around the election. And so we had that enlightening and very entertaining conversation that immediately put them all to sleep. So just so you know, if you're ever looking, if you're having a hard time getting the kids to go to bed, any of that stuff, all you got to do is talk to them about the differences between capitalism and socialism, and you will knock them right out. That is a fact, a tip from the pro parent, Glenn Lundy, to you. Just talk about that stuff to your kids and you'll put them to sleep. However, we are going to talk about presidents here on hashtag Rise and Grind this morning, but I'm not going to put you to sleep. This is a different kind of conversation, right? Completely different kind of conversation. This is the 46th election. There have been 45 presidents before. This is the 46th election. There have been 45 elections before, 44 presidents before. Some of these presidents were good presidents, right? Some of them were good ones. We had some good presidents in there. And some of these presidents were not so good presidents, right? We had some not so good presidents. But all of these presidents in some way, shape, or form made an impact on our country. As a matter of fact, due to today being President's Day and us talking about that stuff with the kids last night, my kids are homeschooled. So there's no school today, period. And my family's just going to go ahead and run with that. And we're just going to count last night as school. See, that's y'all don't know this, but with homeschool, anytime you talk about anything educational, like that counts as a school day. Yeah, that's the bonus, right? So wifey's going to take the day off today because she's got to work on the new hashtag Rise and Grind planner. She's going to finish that up. It's going off to the printer this week. Pre-orders for the new hashtag Rise and Grind planner hopefully will launch later this week. We've got also all kinds of new hashtag Rise and Grind gear that's on its way coming to you. So I hope you guys are super excited about that. I know I am. New hoodies, new sweatpants, all kinds of new stuff going on with hashtag Rise and Grind. So we're going to use today to work on a lot of that stuff so that we can get prepared for you, so we can have everything in place to make it an awesome, awesome season, right? So I got to say, having all these elections has made an impact for sure, because most people will get the day off today. I shouldn't say most people. They'll get the day off of school today, and that's going to be a game changer for everybody. So listen, all of them making impact. Some presidents have made a bigger impact than other presidents, but most people would say that one president that's made the biggest impact on our country is a guy by the name of Abraham Lincoln. I'm not sure if you've heard of him or not, but we are going to dive in to a little Abe Lincoln this morning. But before we do, you know what we got to do up in here. That's right. You know what we got to do. A little different music this morning. Mix it up, right? Mix it up. Hey, for those of you that know, and those of you that don't know, this is where we do a little bit of dancing on this show. We get the body moving, we get our blood flowing, we get the heart pumping. This is also the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. That's right. I need you to hit that share button, because I believe that I'm not digging this song right now. That's what I believe. So I'm going to switch to this one. Because I believe if we can change the way people start their day, it'll make a massive impact on this planet. I truly believe that. And sometimes all it takes to change the way somebody starts their day is for you to hit that share button. Now, right now, it's showing me we have 250 people that are watching live this morning on hashtag Rise and Grind. If all of you guys were to hit the share button, oh my gosh, we'd blow out. We'd blow out everything else. Nobody would be able to see anything else but motivation, education, and inspiration as we continue to climb. This is also the part of the show where I want to say good morning to you, Mr. Chris Martinez, and I want you to say good morning to me, Dana Fishbein, and Brian Edlin. I say good morning to you. You say good morning to me. Whether you're watching live or you're watching on replay, say what's up. I'll say what's up back. How you doing, Allison Musante? Great to see you. What's up, Cindy Conley? Honored and appreciate the time yesterday. What's up, Brantley Soma? We got Spencer Nicholson is up in here. Rick Tamburino is in the house. Kim Fair, Vicky Everett, Tina Oberfeld, Angie Ruffer, Mike Higdon, Eric Burns is in the house. Brian Edlin, Melissa Young Klein is up in here. James Gavin, Eddie Brown, Mary Lynn Wilkin. What's up, Lisa Glass Brady? Hey, if we all could, prayers go out to my man Miles, who's starting his job today over at Furman Automotive down there in Florida. That's Marilyn Wilkins' son. What's up, Tabby Negret? How you doing, Liza Myers Borges? Thank you again for yesterday. Josh Mitchell is up in here. What's up, Josh Mitchell? Great to see you. Seeing all kinds of names and faces I haven't seen in a while. Kristen Hawk Tibbs is up in here. Tabby Negret, Kim Wilson, Angie Ruffer. We've got Eddie Brown in the house. What's up, John Paul? Good grief. That's what I'm talking about. I miss my man Josh. Oh, what's up, Carmilla? How are you? How you doing, Anita Falker Hill? We got everybody up in here on hashtag Rise and Grind this morning. Dude, today is Tuesday. On Tuesday, I get to spend time with my 800% Club members. If you don't know what that is, 800% Club is where I work with owners and general managers of dealerships all across the nation. Super excited. I'll spend time with them today, and then tomorrow we launch our new hires, basically. Our new 800% Club class starts tomorrow. What's up, Brian McCafferty, Brian Hess? It starts tomorrow, so I'm super excited. We're still enrolling, so if you're an owner or general manager, or you know one that wants to scale their volume, profitability, employee retention, overall dealership culture, tag them, message me, we'll get it started. But you don't have to take my word for it. Listen to this guy, and then let's dive in.
My name is Talal Alakali. I'm a general manager for CMA's Colonial Hyundai, part of the Car Miles Automotive Group. I've been with the 800% Club now for about 6 months, less than 6 months probably, a little bit under 6 months. And it's been great. The most important lesson I learned, there's a lot of lessons I learned from the 800% Club, but probably being inclusive in decision making, factoring things, not just, you have to go on data, but also you have to go based on what you feel is going to be the best fit for your store, be it for marketing, advertising, culture, the whole 9 yards. And for you to be successful, you have to get input from as many people as possible, be it your peers, be it your network that you have. I don't have to do it by myself. It's a 20 group that focuses more on personal development, team building, than the numbers. The numbers are part of it, but personal development and having fun while you're winning, winning is the goal, but you also have to have fun in the process, because we don't, in this industry, we don't give ourselves a lot of breaks. We don't have fun often. It's more about personal development, culture, and celebrating the wins, because we don't do enough of that. Would I recommend 800% Club? I would recommend 800% Club because you're either green or growing, or you're ripe or rotten. And if your goal is to grow, that is the mindset that you need to have, because change is the only constant, and change is not optional, but improvement is. So if you're looking to improve and evolve, I would definitely recommend it.
Things that we can learn from previous presidents. But you know who we can also learn a lot from? First ladies. And since we haven't yet had a female president, like how I said yet, parody running for office 2040, I thought it would be a lot of fun to talk about some lessons from previous first ladies. Are there elections in 2040? If you can figure out the math, I'll let you be vice president. Now there's a lot of first ladies, so I'm going to be highlighting 5 now and 5 later. Here are some that you may have not heard of and some interesting facts for the ones that you have. First up, we have Dolly Madison. Dolly was 17 years younger than her husband, James Madison. And somewhere on the internet, you can trust that, it says she's one of the most well-loved first ladies. She first served in the Jefferson White House as a hostess and later became first lady when her husband won the presidency. What's the life lesson there? Well, she started off as a hostess, ended up being first lady, so you gotta be nice to everybody around you because you never know who they're gonna be. And this is Edith Wilson. She was the wife of Woodrow Wilson, and apparently whenever President Wilson got sick and suffered a stroke, Edith Wilson took control over the presidency. She made daily decisions about what items should or should not be taken to her husband for input. She said, if it's not important to me, it's not going to be important to him. Rumor has it, they don't even know how much control she actually had during this time. Lesson, you never know when you're going to get sick. Be nice to your wife because she'll be making your decisions for you. Eleanor Roosevelt. She was married to Franklin Roosevelt and was one of the first to use her role as First Lady to advance causes she found significant. She did a bunch of stuff, including fighting for civil rights and the rights of women. She believed in education and equal opportunities for all. She helped draft the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. I love that. One of the first to use her position. Just because your position hasn't been used to bring change doesn't mean that you can't be the one to start that. Sarah Polk. She was well educated and attended one of the fewer higher learning institutions available to women. Her husband was James Polk, and she was known to craft his speeches and write his correspondence for him. She wrote some of her husband's speeches. That's pretty cool. And of course, Michelle Obama. Here's an interesting fact about her. In the 1990s, after the death of her father and a very close friend, she decided to leave her career in law and dedicate herself to public service. Also, I heard that running is one of her favorite activities, and she's been known to get up at 4:30 in the morning and run. That's rising, that's grinded. Now, we'll be back in a couple of days with more first ladies, but I would love to hear from you. What are some fun facts about the first ladies that you admire?
For those of you that are newer to the show, we have over 300 people watching this morning. Maybe you're newer to the show. Maybe you watched, it's been a long time since you've come back. That's my co-host, Mrs. Heather Parody. She's an incredible asset to our show and just an incredible human. Make sure you're following her. She has her own podcast called Unconventional Leaders that she does. That is absolutely incredible. She interviews unconventional leaders from all around the world. She's just an amazing superhuman and apparently our future president. Thank you, Heather Parody, for joining us this morning. Also, those of you that may or may not be new, I do want to let you know that we are not just a morning show. We also do have a group, our hashtag Rise and Grind group. You can find that there on Facebook. Well, you'll find nothing but motivation, education, and inspiration. It's all you're going to find. It's all you're going to get when it comes to hashtag Rise and Grind. So in this series this week, we're reviewing some of the presidents in the past and the lessons that we can learn from them that we can ultimately apply into our lives today, this week, this month, this year. And I got to tell you, there's this guy named Abe Lincoln, dude, and at 6'4", and a very wiry but strong frame, this guy, Abe Lincoln, was a beast, apparently. The more I did research on Abe, I did not know this, but Abe used to be a trash talking, bad to the bone wrestler. Do you know that? Do you know that about Abe? He was a trash talking, bad to the bone wrestler. So apparently this dude wrestled. He wrestled like on a collegiate level. He wrestled everywhere. And his record, Abe Lincoln's record in wrestling, anybody know his record? I will give you a free Rise and Grind hoodie if in the next 30 seconds, without Googling it, you can drop Abe Lincoln's wrestling record in the comments. All right? I'll give you a free Rise and Grind hoodie. I'll send it to you directly. I won't actually. My team will send it to you directly if you can do it. And we're running out of time. You're down to 10 seconds to get me an answer. No Googling. His record in wrestling. I don't see an answer. 0-48, said Marilyn Wilkin. No, his record. Here it is. His record was 299-1. Good guess, Ben. 299 wins, 1 loss. Talk about a beast. 1 loss. I don't know who that 1 loss was to. I tried to find it. I couldn't figure it out. But 299 and 1 loss. Right? Crazy. Lots of wins. The dude was a winner. Strong,
powerful. He was wiry, but he was just this really strong because he worked on the farm, right? He worked on the farm, and so he was just this strong dude. Now, he was also an incredibly imaginative human being, right? Actually, Abe Lincoln was the only president in history to hold a patent. He had a patent for ships when they came into the shallow areas, how they could stay afloat. He created this patent, and he actually had that. He's the only president in history, right? Incredibly imaginative human being. He was known to create and invent all of the time. He was actually born right here in Kentucky, where I live. He was born in Kentucky. John Paul Guidry, 299 I see it now. He was born in Kentucky, grew up in a log cabin, working out there on the farms and in the fields. That's how he got all of that strength. And his mother later died of milk poisoning. Right? So he was born in Kentucky, made his way over to Illinois at 21 years old. His mother later dies of milk poisoning, and Abe spends his time as a lawyer. He decides, okay, I'm going to go in, I'm going to be a lawyer, I'm going to advocate, right? He's got this passion for people. So he becomes a lawyer, and then after that, he starts leaning towards politics, right? We know how that happens, right? He starts leaning towards politics, and ultimately he later becomes the president of the United States of America. Super cool. Now, Abraham Lincoln was known as a very hands-on president. Like, often he could be found out in the field, out in the court, like actually testing the rifles that they were using in the wars. He would test all the different ones and figure out which ones had the best balance and were going to be the best weapons for his troops and his soldiers. These were jobs that were typically left to the commanders or, left to the general population. But here he was as the president, hands-on, testing the rifles that he was going to fight with to go out there and win this war. It is also said that he lived quite a ways away from the White House. He actually lived out of the White House, but he would ride a horse. He would literally ride a horse from his house to work, right? He would ride a horse from his house to work as the president of the United States. Like, could you imagine that? Like, his wife used to be so scared for his life and so on and so forth, but he was like, I don't care. These are my people, man. These are my people. Like, I don't need a Secret Service, which later he did initiate a Secret Service. I don't need a Secret Service. I don't need all of those things. These are my people, and I'm going to walk with them, and I'm going to ride horses with them, and I'm going to say good morning to them every single day. Could you imagine seeing the president of the United States trotting through your neighborhood on a horse, right? Like, hey, what's up, man? How you doing? You're picking up your paper, and there he is, right? It's kind of crazy, but that's what Abraham Lincoln did. And they also said that as he would trot through these neighborhoods on these horses, a lot of the times he carried his papers actually in his hat. The top hat wasn't just a fashion statement. It was actually something that he utilized, is like it's how he carried and kept both hands on the wheel, right? I mean, this guy was not texting and driving as he was cruising through the town. It was super important to him to be able to make relationships. Now, he was also the only president. Check this out. So he ran against three other people, right, for president. And he ran against these three people. He beats these three people, and then he invites the three people he beat to be on his cabinet to advise him through his presidency. Isn't that crazy? That's like old dude winning and inviting. I'm not even gonna say any names because I know how y'all people get. That's like old dude winning today and then inviting the other old dude that didn't win today to be on his team, right? Like, that's what that would be like, right? Pretty crazy, right? Pretty crazy. But throughout his presidency, he did some amazing things, man. He defeated the Confederacy during the Civil War. He was able to mend our country back together, and thankfully he put an end to slavery. He put an end to slavery and just had a storied career, no doubt, man. A storied career as a president of our United States. And so there's so much that we can learn from Abe Lincoln, right? I mean, great leaders, clearly, one of the first things that we can learn right out the gate is that great leaders get their hands dirty, right? They get their hands dirty. I mean, they talked about how Abe was down there and he was grabbing the rifles. He was testing the muskets. He was doing all of those things. Like, he got his hands dirty. He got right into the thick of a conversation about something that was, I mean, this was people's way of life. Slavery was people's way of life back then, right? Like it wasn't an uncommon or a weird thing. This was the way of life. And he jumped in and was like, whenever I hear anyone arguing for slavery, I feel a strong impulse to see it tried on him personally. Think about how that resonated when the President of the United States says something like that, right? Oh, you think slavery is a good idea? Why don't you try it for yourself, homie? Don't worry, I'll wait, right? I just see him there like, don't worry, I'll wait. You think it's great? You do it for a little bit. Why don't you do it for a week, boss? You know what I'm saying? Like, golly, man, he wasn't afraid to get his hands dirty. He wasn't afraid to get in the ring. He wasn't afraid to grapple. He wasn't afraid to fight. And that's how you and I should be on the things that we believe in. Right? The things that you know are right, the things that you stand for. When it comes to your core values, you need to be ready to get in the ring and fight. That's what I'm talking about. So that's one thing we can learn from my man, Honest Abe. Another thing that we can learn from my man, Honest Abe, is that great leaders stay humble. Great leaders stay grounded. Right? They stay humble. They stay grounded. He didn't care he was president of the United States. He wasn't about to get all fancy-pantsy and not be able to hang out with his people. Nah, he is trotting on a horse to work. Dude, are you kidding me? Like, he didn't fly in on Air Force One. He's not jumping in the big old helicopter, the big old jumbo jet. He's not doing all of that stuff. He's like, you're my people. I'm here with you. He was humble through it all, man. That type of humility we need to see in all of our leaders. For those of you that are in leadership positions, dude, get on the ground with your troops. Get in there, man. Be humble. You're no better than any of them. None. Your title means nothing. Great leaders don't lead by title. They lead by action. Great leaders are built when people know that you care about them, that you connect with them, that you don't think that you're better than them. And for those of you that are looking to get in leadership positions, the best type of leader that you can be is a humble leader. I know some incredibly humble leaders all across the United States and even across the globe. And the higher up that people are, I find the more humble they are. It's truly an incredible thing to experience. So humble yourselves. Do not allow pride or ego to get in the way of your success or your rise. Another lesson that we can learn from a man, Honest Abe, is that great leaders understand the power of the people around them. Dude, this guy brought on the people he defeated. He brought them into his cabinet. Are you kidding me? How important it is to be surrounded by leaders. I mean, it makes sense if you think about it. He was running against the best of the best. Clearly, that's why they got their nomination. That's why they were able to be in a position to actually run against him. I mean, he was running against the top leaders in the United States of America at the time. So it makes sense. Let's bring those leaders in. Again, shows his humility, right? Again, shows his willingness to get in the ring and fight with people that have differing opinions and values than he does, right? When he brought them in, he doesn't want a bunch of people to say yes. He wanted people to say no. Mic drop. He wanted people to have a differing opinion so it could expand his mind so that he could become stronger. Are you doing that? I challenge you today as we move forward on Election Day 2020. I challenge you to take these things into your space. Decisions will be made today. Some you will agree with, some you will not. Great leaders understand, though, what's important is that we come together even in our differences of opinion, and that's actually what makes us stronger. Woo! You feel that? I'm sweating a little bit this morning. It's getting hot up in here. Listen, rise and grind. All 353 of you that are watching live right now, I want you to know something. I want you to know that I appreciate you sharing this space and this time with me. You see, this means everything to me. You showing up, your decision to pop in here today, your decision to hit the share button, your decision to drop comments, your decision, all of those decisions that you made this morning have made an impact on my life and on the lives of all of the other people that are around me. You see, you are a child of God, the God of the universe, the God that made everything. And as a child of God, and I'm a child of God, that makes you my brother and my sister. And because you're my brother and because you're my sister, I love you. I stinking love you. I do. If nobody's told you that yet today, I want to be the first. I absolutely stinking love you. And with that said, I want you to go out there today with humility. Go out there today. Get your hands dirty and stand up and fight for what you believe in. And at the same time, be understanding of the people around you. And just know that together, united, we are strong. Divided, we fall. Right? I think that's how it goes. Something like that. I don't think I said that right. But you get the point, right? Listen, if you need more videos like this, you can go to glennlundy.com. That's right. We'd love for you to go over there. You can check us out. If you haven't done so already, hit the share button on your way out. And then come back here again tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m., because we're going to do this all over again on hashtag Rise and Grind. As I sign off this morning, I'm going to leave you with a couple Abe Lincoln quotes. For those of you that are listening on the podcast, I apologize. You won't be able to see them there. If you're watching on YouTube, we appreciate you over there. And if you're watching live at 8:30 a.m. Eastern, which is 5:30 a.m. Pacific, make sure you drop up a comment. Let me know that you stopped in. I'd love to say hi to you as well. Have an incredible day today. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 5:30 a.m. Hashtag Rise and Grind. See ya.